standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 154 pounds and fighting out of St. Paul, Minnesota. He's representing the Cellar Fight and Fitness and holding a record of 6 wins, 1 loss, Steve Merth. And his opponent in the red corner, standing 6 feet 1 inches tall, weighing in at 155 pounds, and fighting out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. He's representing the Warriors Code and holding a record of 5 wins and 2 losses. He has the style of Shinbudo. He has been the Breaker Nuemann.
Oh. Wow.
J.R. Goff Miller getting our main event assignment. Ben Nuemann taking on Steve Merth,
the Baker.
We mentioned that the Baker is a product of Dave Arnbeck's Warriors Cove in the Shinbudo program. A program that has produced some high-level jiu-jitsu guys. When you're a blue belt, generally you're kind of a purple belt skill. When you're a purple belt, you're kind of a brown belt skill.
That's what I hear.
A brown belt, you're kind of a black belt skill.
The Baker. You like to bake? Oh.
He does.
That's awesome.
He also likes to fight, and he's found himself one here with Steve Merth.
I think that's the first knockdown in Nuemann's career.
Both men wearing black shorts. The Baker with neoprene knee sleeves and ankle sleeves. You know, it seems when we see Nuemann get in deep for a double, Merth able to sprawl out of it.
Yeah, that's very surprising. I wasn't expecting that whatsoever.
We saw Nuemann kind of flirting with some kicks. Maybe he was hoping that Merth would inevitably shoot in and maybe try to put him on his back.
That was probably it.
Now he's on his back.
Yeah, Merth's a very smart fighter.
He steps over the mount.
There you go. Full mount.
Baker aware of his surroundings, Nuemann rather. Able to keep off the cage here. It looks like Merth's going for an armbar.
Wow.
If he could submit Ben Nuemann, that would be very, very impressive.
That would be a feather for his cap, as you would say.
He might have it. He's trying to belly out. Nuemann holding on to that hand. He's got hand control on his own hand, obviously. Gable gripping it, trying to keep it from getting extended.
Nuemann's out.
Merth able to try to take position here. Look, we got Nuemann trying to go for a knee bar, maybe switch it to an ankle. Heel hook, trying for it. This is very dangerous stuff here. Merth able to spin out of it for now. Lands inside. A lot of action here in our main event of the evening. TJ DeSantis, John Castellaneta. Castaneda, sorry. That's the first time I screwed it up. You give me dap for that, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Alongside Kyle Codd. Kyle Codd.
Man, why are you bringing up old stuff?
Just,
third fight of the night.
It's breaking buzz. Yeah, this is certainly one for the grappling purists out there.
Can never really rest with Ben Nuemann if you're on top. He's always trying to look for something. Butt scooting. The corner of Merth says, hey, let him stand up. Let's bring this back to the feet. Kick there by Nuemann to the body of Merth.
Merth has Chris Chacon from the Cellar in his corner, a very decorated kickboxer, and I also believe a purple belt in jiu-jitsu himself.
Looked like Nuemann tried to go for a sliding ankle lock.
Merth's playing with fire.
With bobbing and weaving a little bit here, trying to throw off the timing of Nuemann. Left hook there by Nuemann, tries to get in deep with a double, not able to get it. Still fishing for it, goes to his back.
A lot of good stuff shots by Steve Merth here.
Merth eats an up kick though. Nuemann goes for a kick to the lead leg off of his back. Left hook there by Nuemann. Goes again. He's setting up that shot with the left hook. Gonna try to roll for another leg lock. Unable to do so.
And they've been pretty good shots.
Nuemann very smart with his leg attacks, not staying there too long and eating any unnecessary damage. That said, he's being offensive, but at the same time, Merth able to stay on top and stay out of danger. And as we've seen earlier tonight, that weighs heavy in the judges' minds.
Absolutely, it does.
Merth's corner pleading, stay out of his guard, stay out of his guard. Nuemann constantly looking for something.
He's looking for Kimura here.
Merth wise and stands straight up, postures up, staying out of any trouble. the corner of Merth is just telling him, hey, get out of there. You're not safe in there. No matter what your confidence is at this point. He's done very well staying out of any submissions, but with Ben Nuemann, you got to make sure that you're safe. You might feel safe, you're not.
60 seconds left in the round.
John, you got to be impressed with Merth's ability to sprawl out of every takedown offered there by Ben Nuemann.
Absolutely, it's very impressive, but you know, Ben Nuemann's just not setting his takedowns up right. He's kind of making it very predictable as to when he's going to shoot.
This is the main event of our evening here at High Five. Havoc at High Five, an SEG and Driller promotion. Merth in half here, now in full. Still got to worry about the guard of Ben Nuemann, even with Newman's head against the fence. Nuemann trying to get an armbar here, spinning off to the side. He's got it. That's deep. That's deep. Very little time left. And Merth's going to survive. Trying to go for a triangle. Out of time. Ben Nuemann trying to make an argument to steal the round. He was very offensive-minded with his submissions, but I got to believe that Steve Merth probably took that opening stance.
Definitely still took the round. You know, that was a good submission attempt by Ben Nuemann at the end of the round, but it's still, I still give that round to Steve Merth.
That sequence at the end, Drew, definitely validates the corner of Steve Merth by saying, hey, don't mess around in this guard. You can't stay there for a prolonged period of time. Hell, you can't stay there for 5 seconds because that's all it takes for Ben Nuemann to lock something up.
Less than that, I mean, you blink and
technical stuff going on here, cage side here with Drew Stitter. This is definitely an exciting main event. See Merth in control most of it, but you know, Ben Nuemann constantly threatening with a submission or a submission that might ultimately open up a position for him to get on top. You know, Steve Merth hasn't been on bottom yet. We'll see if Ben Nuemann tries to get that takedown again, or maybe, you know, use one of those submissions to try to get on top.
Absolutely, and this is exactly what kind of thing I was expecting, and you know, just a grappler, wrestler versus a good jiu-jitsu guy, so it's going to be fun to watch the next couple rounds. A little bit of blood there. Actually, an interesting development between rounds. I was told one of our videographers here clearly saw Steve Merth tap to that armbar.
Interesting. A little uppercut there by Merth. Nuemann on the run.
Where's Nuemann?
With the kick.
Where's Nuemann cut?
I think he has some blood coming out of his nose.
Okay.
Up kick there. Merth's corner saying walk away. He does. Nuemann back to his feet. Another kick. Left hand there lands.
Oh, now that was a little telegraphed. Very sloppy shot by Ben Nuemann.
You know, that's the thing you talk about great jiu-jitsu guys and great submission artists. They're only as good as their takedown, though, in MMA. If you can't get a takedown, your submission game doesn't really mean much.
Exactly.
Merth's corner just in sync saying back up, back up, back up. Nuemann thinking about butt scooping. Oh, right hand lands flush there. The sprawl by Merth has been fantastic.
No kidding. Maybe the best sprawl I've seen in Minnesota.
It's saying a lot with the amount of wrestlers in this state.
Yeah, absolutely. And Merth wasn't a big-time college wrestler by any means. I know he wrestled a little JUCO. I'm not sure if he won state or not. I know he went. He certainly went to the tournament.
Merth very, very smart, not, you know, staying inside the guard of Nuemann when he doesn't have to. Nuemann throws a left hand.
And the Merth corner just asking for that overhand right.
Knee to the body by Merth. Goes high with the head. Nuemann defending, trying to grab that knee into a takedown, not able to do so. Oh, very nice by Nuemann. This is in deep here. Now he was able to tilt out of it, is Merth. Again, Newmann's got to be very wise here about the effort towards the ankle lock, the heel hook, if you will. Got to make sure that he doesn't give up position and eat punches unnecessarily. That is in, nope, the knee's high enough for Merth, so the torque is not there. Got to try to spin out of this. Yeah, he's not going to get it, but Nuemann able to, at least for now. Oh, that does not look good.
Like a tarantula.
The knee does not generally bend that way. But look, Merth able to stay out of it, get back on top to the crowd's delight here at High Five.
Boy, you know, we've had some great stand-up fights tonight, and this one helps even things out for the ground lovers out there.
Great transition by Ben Nuemann, though.
If you're not a fan of ground fighting, I think this might make you a fan.
Yeah, right.
The back of Ben Nuemann taken. Impressive by Steve Merth.
Now this should be interesting.
Now it's interesting that he did go for it because he's going to be in a pretty bad position if Nuemann is able to get out of this and spin on top. But look at this. Look at this.
Is that tight? Is that tight? No, he has his chin tucked.
And Merth able to land it
boy,
down.
Nuemann actually does look a little dazed off the back.
Again, you know, I'm surprised a little bit that Merth is interested in maintaining this so he doesn't get swept. Nuemann trying to do what he can to get on top, and Merth transitioning very, very well. Very good with the sprawls early, and now very good with this ride control here.
I mean, just to be able to mount Nuemann is impressive.
The corner of Steve Merth saying Ben Nuemann is exhausted.
And he does look very tired. I mean, just after that first round alone.
Steve Merth riding the back here of Ben Nuemann. We've really seen a lot more offense of Steve Merth here on top. The first round, he's kind of feeling it out, making sure he wasn't going to get lulled into any sort of submission. This time, in the second period, he's not only on top, but he's also landing damage and, you know, was going for a rear naked choke a moment ago. Looks like he's going to try to fish for that again here.
Absolutely. He's definitely after it. You know, he's definitely out after that win right now. He knows he needs to score those big punching points right now.
Ben Nuemann might be tired here. Steve Merth's got to make sure he doesn't gas out, though, either, because even if Nuemann is tired, technique can kind of overcome exhaustion.
Absolutely.
If Merth gives him an inch, Nuemann will take a mile.
We have 30 seconds remaining in the round here.
Steve Merth impressive here, coming to the closing moments here of round number 2.
And Nuemann's face is a mess.
Merth doing a good job not crossing the legs here.
Mount again.
Looks like there's a cut above the right eye of Ben Nuemann. Look at this, Steve Merth looking for an arm triangle.
10 seconds.
Probably not going to get it, but this is a statement. Steve Merth is playing the game of Ben Nuemann and having success with it.
Yeah, he's wasting little time putting his name back on the Minnesota map here.
Steve Merth up 2-0 on our scorecards. I believe we're all in agreement with that.
I agree.
How's the burger?
Fantastic, man. Best bar burger I've ever had.
Ever?
Ever.
Thanks for bringing us some.
Well, you're dieting. What do you want?
No, I'm a professional. I don't eat while I work.
Oh, okay.
Could have at least asked.
Oh, sorry.
Very rude of you.
Well, you didn't
TJ
share your water.
DeSantis, John Castaneda, Drew Suter hanging out here tonight. If you want to follow us on Twitter, please do so. John Castaneda, available at taco_John. Drew Suter, at Driller Fights. I'm TJ DeSantis, at TJ DeSantis. TJDESANTIS.
I love it. It's little things like that make my day.
Headed into the final period of our main event, Havoc and High Five. 5 minutes to go here on what has been a pretty great card from top to bottom.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I say it often. It probably really doesn't mean much at this point, but this is the best card we've ever had.
And we are underway. Ben Nuemann needs a submission if he wants to get this win, or a stoppage of some sort.
Boy, Nuemann looks tired.
He does, and he dives to the ground here. Steve Merth's corner saying, hey, just get up. Now he's going to fend off a Kimura.
Oh, boy.
He might have something here. It's very weird. Ben Nuemann's going to take the back at least. Maybe switch this into an armbar. He's got to make sure he doesn't fall off the back, though. He's riding a little bit high. Now he's got this armbar.
Here we go again.
To see if he can finish what he couldn't in the first round. He's not going to. Steve Merth able to get out of it.
Very good defense.
Hats off to Steve Merth. And the blood pouring from the face of Ben Nuemann. But again, Ben Nuemann down in the scorecards, but not out of this fight.
No, not by any means.
Kick to the body there by Nuemann. Now he goes in for that takedown. Says, hey, I'm not going to get this. Instead of letting Merth sprawl out, Nuemann pulls guard. Half here, half butterfly.
What's funny is, I mean, these are probably the best shots I've ever seen from Ben Nuemann. It's just, God, Steve Merth, he's just that good.
Back on the feet. It's interesting. Steve Merth is not necessarily making Ben Nuemann fight his fight. but he's having success playing the game of Ben Nuemann, getting on top, not really having any issue.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see the replay of that armbar in the first round.
I'm very interested to see that, but no, I think Merth just wanted to come out here and prove that, you know, everybody says Ben Nuemann's a great grappler. Hey, I've been gone for 2 years, nobody talks about me. I can bring it too, and man, he's showing it tonight.
Ben Nuemann is tired.
Yeah, I mean, he's
tired and beat up.
Right.
But still, again, going for another leg lock.
There we go.
The knee bar hasn't been there yet.
God, just great submission defense by Steve.
The corner of Merth again imploring him to stand up. Let's get out of there. You've done well with the submission defense, but let's not press our luck. Let's stand up.
It's another good game.
Merth content to hang out here in half guard. The corner of Merth saying to pass. Is the instep of his foot away from passing, and he does. And again, look at Nuemann, he's constantly looking for anything.
Yeah, he has to realize he's down 2-zip here, and he's just taking whatever he can get at this point.
Steve Merth looking very impressive, fending off all the submissions from Ben Nuemann.
Boy, you know, I'd love to see him and Nate Homey mix it up.
Nate Homey, a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
That is the same. Nuemann's corner yelling at him to move. I mean, this is turning into a clinic.
Merth definitely showing that you can respect the game of Ben Nuemann, but you can also implore some offense and do what you need to do. He's going to try to take the back here. Does not have the hooks in, though. This is dangerous. If he does not get his hooks in, Nuemann could end up on top. He gets out of there, though. One's got to assume that this might be a different fight if Ben Nuemann had a little bit more in the gas tank.
I mean, I don't know. I just, God, it's not just a takedown defense, it's a submission defense from Steve. And it wasn't just in these last 2 rounds, it was in the first round as well.
It's true.
I mean, I wasn't expecting
he's
this
got to fish for armbar. He's got to watch this out. The thing, though, about Ben Nuemann is his head's against the fence here. He doesn't have a lot of room to extend should he get the armbar. Now he's able to move it out a little bit. He's still fishing for that armbar. And Merth able to get out of it and stand and back away.
Boy, this has just got to be so discouraging for Ben Nuemann.
We are under a minute in our main event. Ben Nuemann needs a haymaker, not a takedown.
Well, he did try to throw one there. A bit of a Superman punch off the fence, just didn't have much behind it.
The cut over Ben Nuemann's eye, pretty bad. 30 seconds remain here.
Oh, boy.
The main event, Steve Merth sprawls out again. What an impressive performance by Steve Merth.
Very impressive.
Yeah, in a night of great performances, I think Steve just took the cake. I can't wait to see who he fights next.
To pass the guard of Ben Nuemann, constantly moving, staying out of any danger.
Oh, I can think of some pretty interesting matchups for Steve Merth, man.
10 seconds. Steve Merth on his way to a decision victory.
Very impressive decision victory.
With an asterisk, though, some claims cage side that he may have tapped in the first round. We will see. Nonetheless, Steve Merth should be getting a unanimous decision. Scratch that. He should be getting a decision. You never know if it's going to be unanimous, but
it's been a wild night, man.
A solid performance by Steve Merth here in the main event. They discouraged Ben Nuemann. Huffing and puffing in his corner, cut up, battered, bloodied. But you really can't say enough about the performance by Steve Merth. What was most impressive in your mind, John? Was it the takedown defense of Steve Merth, or was it the overall submission defense?
I think it was the overall submission defense, you know, just because you know Ben Nuemann's background in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and you were still able to fight it off. You know, his takedowns were very, very predictable, and I think it's definitely more impressive how he fought off those submission attempts.
A solid fight tonight, our main event in the books. Just a formal technicality of capping our evening off as we will get the judges' scorecards rendered here in just a moment. cage side, though, pretty apparent that Steve Merth should be en route to a decision victory. Ben Nuemann very offensive from his back, not able to grab anything, constantly making Steve Merth defend. But you know, look at these guys. Ben Nuemann cut up, battered, bloody. Looks like he was in a fight. Let's go up to Michael Juk for our official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the completion of 3 rounds, the judges have reached their decision. All judges scoring this bout 30-27, and winner by unanimous decision, Steve Merth.
Steve Merth, your winner, unanimous decision, 30-27 across the board.
Very impressive win.